Welcome back, friends. We are trying to start up FS25 again here. So I did get told to just kind of let the game sit and wait after you start up, and that does seem to be helping as far as like the stuttering and visual glitches and stuff. I might end up pausing our recording here because you've got to stop about, I mean, for me, it's been like 5 minutes that you have to wait. Now, my other problem where I hopped into the Challenger and the audio bugged out and the audio crashed and I was getting a whiny noise, nothing has fixed that so far. So this time we're going as farm manager and I'll just start doing everything separate, and some other time I'll go through the tour, because if I can't get into that tractor, I'm not gonna just have to hop in and sell it immediately and buy something else or use something else. I don't know. It seems like other stuff is working for me. It's just for whatever reason the Challenger there is not. I might try doing the Challenger again with it not being the pre-purchased one when you start with the farm, just to see if that glitch continues with it. But I kind of want to figure out what happens with that. Now, I will address real quick, too, I know there is a massive issue going on with FS22 if you bought it through the Epic Game Store. I've been on the Discord, the Farming Simulator Discord, pretty much all morning, chiming into a few things and watching some stuff. And I have been told that they are working as much as they can on fixing the issue with the Epic Game Store. Yeah, I've still got stuff just flashing even when I'm just sitting here. So hopefully that'll get resolved, because I guess it's completely unplayable or downloadable or something if you bought it through Epic Games. So hopefully that gets fixed soon. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned with all of the issues here because, I mean, it's already past 7 o'clock in Germany. Or past 7:30. It's probably getting close to 8 o'clock in Germany, something like that now. So at least at the time of my recording this. So hopefully that all gets taken care of as quickly as possible. I'm kind of wondering why, if they had so many issues with the FS22 launch as well, that they didn't just wait until, or just didn't launch it so that they had an earlier launch in Germany so that they could actually work on more of the issues, since most of the devs are there. Like, it almost makes sense to me if they would have done like a 9 o'clock launch or something, then had it like launch right when all their devs started. Just that way they could try and troubleshoot stuff all day long. I understand that you're going to have bugs when you launch a game, but I feel like there have been some pretty massive issues so far with FS25. Other people, at least one other person I've seen, has reported the same like audio glitch thing that I'm having. They haven't happened with every single tractor though, so it could be worse. I've been seeing lots of issues with the graphics and the shaders, and graphics not necessarily working correctly, things like that. And I actually need to switch my screen for 1 second here so that I can bring my resource monitor back up on my other screen, just because I kind of want to keep an eye on things as I'm playing here. There we go. I don't know, it seems weird. I saw somebody was saying that the game completely maxed out performance on their 4090 graphics card, which they were actually really happy about because then it was utilizing the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. It looks like I am started on like the starting farm, even though I'm doing farm manager and don't own anything. I'm still having a little bit of stuttering here. I should probably give it a few more minutes to keep loading, because I mean, we've only been recording for 4.5 minutes, so I should be darn close to it being fine. Let me pop into the menus here real quick, which maybe I shouldn't do yet, but whatever, we're gonna do it. We're gonna turn off autosave, turn that down. I did switch economic to be easy because, quite honestly, I'm not super worried about any of that right now. I'm just kind of trying to get a look at the game. There's a lot that I was planning on doing video-wise today, and it's just not going to happen since this game is not running very well at all for me. So we're going to find out here. I did try emailing Giants as well to see if I could just get switched over to having a Xbox CD key. I'm not 100% sure if my email went through. I was doing it through their website, and it kind of backed me out as soon as I hit send, and I don't have any sort of confirmation, so I'm kind of thinking it didn't. So we'll see. If I don't hear anything back tomorrow and the game is still having troubles, maybe I'll try reaching out to somebody else at Giants and see if there's something I can do differently. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. You know, we're going to turn plowing on just kind of because we're going to leave all that on by general settings again. Okay, that's all fine. I will say, like, just my initial impression right off the bat, too, though, is I'm not super thrilled. Okay, that's all that stuff. I'm not super thrilled with the way, like, all the UI and everything looks. And it's not really a bash of the game or anything. Don't take it like that. It's just personal preference more so than anything. I think that a lot of these graphics, a lot of like the crop type pictures and stuff, it looks very childish and very cartoony. It's a personal preference thing, and I'm not really going to fault them that much for it, simply because I imagine that might have been on purpose to try and help push towards having a younger audience, and I get that. I wish that they were a little bit better looking. Like, I feel like all of the graphics for this stuff in FS22 did not quite look so cartoony and childish. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I really think that it looked better before. So, I don't know. Let's pop over to the shop here. And it looks like I'm still having some stuttering. I think no matter what, I'm going to have some, and it's looking a little bit better than it did originally. So we're just going to go with this. I don't think I want to try out the Challenger yet because I really don't feel like having to reload the game immediately right now. I did install all of the available DLC that I could find right away, which is almost all from Giants. The one thing I didn't see, which I know I've been hearing is in, I'll have to maybe double check the DLC thing, is I've been hearing that, or seeing that the government subsidy sign is supposed to be in, and I actually did not see the DLC for that. Yeah, and I don't have that installed, so I might have to double check that and see if I can grab it if I wind up running out of money here, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. I don't like this menu setup very much either, and I mean, again, I'm just being picky with it, I suppose, but I did prefer FF22s with it being on the bottom. It looks a little bit cramped and harder to see for my tastes. I don't know. We'll see. I do feel like you move slower too, which is, again, I'm being really picky with that, but like I already thought in FS22 you kind of move slow. I'm holding down run right now, and that's the fastest I can run. I will say it is very nice having third person, and I love having third person, but if we could run just a little bit faster, it'd be nice. It's kind of just a quality of life thing. I mean, I get that you're really not going to be doing an all-out sprint if it's real life, but again, it's a quality of life thing, if anything, like just make you run a little faster. All right, so let's take a look at buying some property, if I can find where I can buy property. Oh, it's nice that you can scroll through and just buy all the production chains like this instead of having to look around the map for them. I will say that for sure. You know, I suppose we could just do some contracts right off the bat. We're not going to do a Deadwood one. You know, we're not going. I'd like to just buy some property and start working on it real fast because I think there we go. That's how we get into farmland. I think that might go a little bit easier if we just take something that's close. What crops or what though is the only thing. Like, do we have grass selected here? Yes, we do. And that's a grass field right there. Okay. Is that ready to harvest by any chance? Growth. It is ready to harvest. So, you know, we are going to go ahead and buy that. And then let's get some equipment to go mow and bale that real quick. Ooh, excavators have their own category. They're still only the Volvos, but they've got their own category. I know I've been hearing complaints that there's not much in forestry, and there's really not. That is real slim for forestry stuff. Real slim. That's kind of neat. Now, I did mention in the Discord to somebody earlier, and I'll say it in this video here too, because I'm sure that's part of the problem. I saw it mentioned that there's a lot less starting equipment for the game in FS25 than there was in FS22. I was kind of expecting that, to be honest. While I look around for some equipment here, let's get our mower and stuff first. The reason I was expecting that, though, is there have been a lot of downturns in real world farming and farming equipment sales and stuff. And there's massive predictions that farming equipment sales are going to be really bad and really low, which means that all of those companies do not want to spend a ton on advertising right now. So if they're not willing to spend the advertising money, that means they're not going to be paying Giants to put the equipment in, which means Giants isn't going to make the equipment to go in. So I'm not surprised at all that we aren't seeing, or that we're seeing that there's less in 25 than there was in 22, because there's less money out there to pay Giants to make stuff. Now, that's not me saying that Giants shouldn't be making stuff otherwise or giving them some big deals or something like that. Like, I really think they should. I don't think that's an excuse for not having extra equipment or not having a bunch of Lizard branded equipment or something. But I can see that that would be an issue. Oh, what do we have for sale here? Maybe we'll get that Valtra. Hopefully that does not shut down our game or our audio. Now let's grab it. Woohoo! I still have audio. All right. So far, that means we are now cooking with gas. All right, let's grab all of our stuff here and pop over to our field, since I picked this field that was right next to us here just to make things easier. Because I guess we're kind of just going to be doing a first impressions video. I can't go through there? I don't think. It's alright, there's another road right over here. That's the dairy. Okay. Unfold. Unfold. Nope. Or? There we go. Okay. I just kind of want to make sure that I don't have, like, a swather on here, too. I guess I'll need to get a swather still, too. I didn't think about that. That's alright. We'll get one. let's go out like as far as we can here along the edge, because I know that if you do the worker, it won't do anything. I am actually swathing on... Oh, no, I'm not. It just wasn't cutting the other side. Okay. So we'll go around here. Get the edge, and then we'll go through. I am not going to play with any of the automated stuff quite yet, or have a worker do it, just because I kind of want to see how it feels. I am using my Xbox controller. We are playing on PC, so I mean, that'll change a little bit how it feels. I'm not using mouse and keyboard to drive, and I don't have my wheel hooked up or even bothered trying that out at all yet either, because I've been having so many problems with the game with seemingly no major answer. I will say I'm not getting anywhere near the same frame rate and stuttering issues as I was, but I mean, you can see it. We're still getting little flashes and problems and things. It's stuff that I would kind of expect if we were in early access, but since they released the game today, I am kind of annoyed that it's not more polished. Like, this stuff shouldn't really be happening. I mean, it'd be even worse if I was on console and this was happening, because there's no reason that should happen on console. PC, you've got different setups, so it's a little bit more reasonable that there's problems, but I mean, I've been a gamer for a long time. I've played a lot of games. I've never seen... Personally, I've never dealt with a launch game that has this many problems. I know there's plenty of other games that have launched even worse than this is, and I wasn't really involved in Farming Sim for the FS22 launch. I don't know if that was worse than this or not, but I mean, this to me is... Oh, I'm getting tons of frame rate loss on the video. I'm sorry, I did not realize that sooner. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All of a sudden, my GPU just completely maxed out, and I'm getting massive frame rate loss. And I have no idea why. Give me a minute to see what I can figure out here. It's not even Farming Simulator that's actually showing as eating it up. It's the Windows Desktop Manager. Although maybe that's because I've got Farming Simulator minimized? Nope, it's still... Okay, that's weird. At least I think that's weird. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well, you know what? I guess we will, save, exit, and I will turn down the graphics. I don't know, this is just... This is ridiculous and frustrating to me. I'm running on lower graphics than I normally would. I've had it up on high, I suppose, but even still, that's not. Alright, let's give this another try here. Alright, so I had to aim and drop this the graphics down to medium to see if that helps with me recording. It almost seems like FS is just eating up way too many GPU resources from what it should. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy with that one, but I'm well above minimum. I'm above recommended specs. I don't think I should have an issue with recording while I'm playing right now. Maybe I should? I don't know, I'd be interested if anybody knows, or if any other content creators end up watching this, if you guys are running a one PC setup and are having the same issues, or have seen the same issues. Whoa. All right, that was not the recording. As soon as I went into cab view, it just froze. And I don't know what that achievement was for. Huh. Alright, well, that was weird to me. Alright, so I would like to... I can't seem to hire a worker. At least not with the controller. Alright, let's check what our controls are for here. So if I hold H, I can bring up the menu. Okay. So I can do it with keyboard, but not with controller. Alright, so there's another bug or glitch or issue or whatever, and I know I was getting some reports about controllers just not working at all. Okay, this screen flicker is really getting annoying because now I'm getting that screen flicker pretty frequently, and it's not even just the stuttering. Man, on medium, the rendering is so close and so limited that, like... God, that's annoying. I don't know. I'm kind of really regretting that I bought this on PC. I should have gotten Xbox, maybe. Maybe it'd be going better for me right now. I don't know. But I know I wouldn't be eating up every bit of my GPU, at least. Alright, well, it's really, really annoying me, too, that controller is not working for GPS and workers for me. And I keep saying for me because I know that a lot of different people have been having different issues and different things happening, like... It doesn't seem that everything is just universal across the board, that everyone's having the same problems. It seems like everyone's having different things happen, that some people have the same or similar things happen, but not everyone is having the exact same problems. And... oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually look at our... well, I don't really need... I've already done a bunch of headlands. Well, here, let's just let the worker go here. Gonna hop out too. And they're gonna be all goofed up for right now. While that's happening, let's get our what's it called? Windrow. I'm not going to worry about tedding or wrapping any of these right now, just because I don't really care about what we're actually making off it. I just kind of want to do some things in the game. Alright, I don't know how well that's coming through on the video, but for me, as soon as you start rotating around, the renderings look really weird and really jagged. If you're not moving, it's fine, but as you're moving, it's really goofy to me. And I don't think I've seen that before in like FS22. Yeah, like everything's really blurred. I don't know, maybe there's a setting where I can change that. If somebody knows that, let me know in a comment. But to me, that's just weird and annoying. I'm also not sure why game mechanic wise, you'd have a piece of equipment. I get that they're doing stuff to real world, but you've got it smaller, higher horsepower that costs significantly more. I suppose you have a faster working speed, but I think that your extra width would cancel that out. I mean, maybe you could run that with... Well, you couldn't really run that with a baler because it's not going to be dropping in the middle. It's going to be dropping off to the side, right? I think. I don't know. We're going to get it and find out. Why not? And let's buy a new tractor too, I suppose. What do we have in the small guys? Got a lot more small tractors than anything else. I would say we're getting that because it's, you know, more or less what got, or was in like the hay and forage pack and stuff in 22, but it won't be able to run the windrow we just got. Which is, I don't know that any of those will. Wasn't that like 170 that I needed or something? Still nothing in there, right? Yeah. All right. So let's go back to medium again. I'm not buying the Challenger and breaking the game. I actually probably should just to see if it breaks still. All right, let's get that Agrostar stare. I suppose we can just do standard. It really doesn't matter. Okay. It's the shop waiting for me. Our worker is, I think, running. I really confused him by running those 3 headlands. Or 2 headlands worth inside. Because that other row's kind of outside. It's alright, they're going now. They're going and they're working. Okay, so let's grab this. I guess I'll grab the baler at the same time in case I can run both. I can see what this says too in options here. Lift, fold, turn on. Work mode. Left, right, outside. Probably left and right. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to do both. Which makes me think this is probably supposed to go on the back, not the front where I've got it. So let's switch that around here. It's a heavy sucker. I should have gotten a slightly faster tractor or something. Especially since I'm not really planning on actually, like, running this game the way it is. With a save file, I should say, maybe. I'm really just trying to kind of mess around and figure this out. Oh, not that. Left. Yes, we want left. Lower. Lower. Okay, so it does go on the front. Alright, and before I do anything else, let's set up our steering assist here. I'm going to do 2 headlands. Work direction, automatic, sure, whatever. Okay. Okay, you know what, we're gonna... Doesn't seem to be on right now, but we're not gonna worry about it not being on right now. Because I want to get everything into where we're gonna be working that I mowed on that outer edge. I'll have to play around and figure out if you can customize your GPS and stuff to go outside of your field. It almost looked like you might not be able to, like... Maybe you'd have to make the field itself wider. I mean, I'm pretty sure with course play you could, because you could just kind of, you know, say that you're doing the course bigger or make a new course or whatever. But I know that the GPS and the steering assist and stuff in here is not course play. I'm actually really hoping that whoever made course play will make a FS22 course play, because I think that that would actually be still better than what Giants put in. I know they were trying to just kind of make it as simple as possible, which I understand, especially since you've got to make it doable with controller and with console, you know, even though I can't turn it on with my controller for some reason. Some of that might not be in the field, but that's okay. We'll just go with it. I think it's weird, too, how the grass piles just kind of look like dirt. Okay. Got a little bit more. I'm going to pick this up and go back over there. A little bit more than I missed. And then we'll try and... Oh, I see. Activate lane. Okay. Which I might have to use the keyboard for again, because this is not working the way it should be. Okay, so let's see. If I put that down... Okay, will it let me activate? No, it won't. Come on. H. Alright, so now the lane is activated. And we're going correctly. Alright, so we've got our worker mowing. And they do seem to be doing just fine. I'm going with the lane assist. And it just stopped. Okay, I guess I was going the wrong way. Which means I'm going to have to work mode right. Activate lane. Lower that down. Okay. I wonder too, with the way it stopped me going that way, I bet you it doesn't actually spiral. Am I about to lose it here too? I am. Man. Okay, I don't know. Well, now I'm missing some of... Well, that's alright. I'll just have to go around that edge, I guess, with the baler. I'm wondering if this is how it's supposed to work, or if this is glitched. Because it's not... That's not going to go clean with the baler. It's not, going spot to spot or connecting spot to spot. Like, I've got to keep hitting that lane assist or activate lane, which is really annoying since I got to do it on the keyboard and not my controller. Just activate it there for me. Come on. And that just froze up again as soon as I went in cab view. That line changing based on the windrow is really annoying to me too. I don't know why it is. It shouldn't be. And yeah, see, these headlands don't connect. Like, a course plate would just give you a spiral. We're going to come up to this next one here. Maybe. I should probably be, have switched it to left to just give me one big... You know, we're going to do that now. Left. Oh, 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 darn it. Okay. Get one big windrow on that side instead of moving it over, since it wasn't actually catching everything on that side. It's not even showing me that the lane is changing. That's the other really annoying thing to this. Sorry guys, I just stopped for a second because there's a comment from a few minutes ago on my last video and I am looking at that really fast. I'm going to respond to it here. Well, and I'm probably going to butcher your name because I like that username, but Fernando ENF2, Fernandunf2, whatever your name is, however you want that one pronounced. I'm going to tell you in the comment here, but I am also going to get an actual review out after this one. And I really appreciate it that you were waiting to see my review and hoping to see my review of this. So this then, I mean, this is more of a review video than the last one. The last one was, I was going to start some sort of review video or something, and well, nothing wanted to work for me. Okay, so I really don't like the steering assist. I don't know, I'm gonna have to ask in Discord maybe if this is intentional or if this is a bug. I haven't watched any videos on the lane assist thing to know if it is or not. I think I did. You know, this probably is intentional. I think I saw in one of Giant's early videos that you would have to turn on your own at the end of lanes or something. So maybe it's just because it's not counting the headland as one lane when it probably should be. Oh, we lost our lane again. Activate. No, there we go. Activate lane. Alright, so we are close to finished on this headland. Our worker finished mowing over there. I kind of wonder if I should just set the worker off doing this now that I know that the lane assist kind of stinks. You know, we're going to. Is this the side? I think it was starting down at that small end, wasn't it? Let's drive down there and we'll see if we can get the worker to start down there. AI worker. I've already got 2 headlands. Work the headlands off. Okay. There we go. And let's just say, okay, you know, I'm gonna change the working width down a little bit so that we shouldn't be missing anything on the edges. And then we'll hire a worker. And hopefully that's gonna go okay. Let's grab our Valtra here. We'll ditch the mowing stuff and go grab our baler. I will say, since I haven't really started talking about the game much yet itself, I suppose, but I mean, we've just been trying to do a few things here so far, it really does not feel like an FS22 reskin to me. I've been very critical about FS25 coming out in the past, and to some extent Farming Simulator in general, I suppose, and I'm definitely having issues with this game, with the performance of this game, things like that. But this does feel like a new game engine and new things going on. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm seeing why this was necessarily made into a new game yet versus running FS22 a little bit longer and adding some more things to FS22 and pushing out the new version another year or two. Especially with this being such a buggy launch and everything too. Like, I don't love that. Can we do... I'm wondering if I can do a worker for baling. I don't know if that's been figured out yet. I mean, it kind of seems like it. We would need to do 2... I can't do 2 headlands. Well, that's weird. No field detected for preview. Okay, you know what? We cannot do a worker because it's not letting me get the field no matter what. We can do 5 meter. But I need to go up. Let's see how this works. Let's say we're doing that. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, so go back down to 5. That seems wrong too. Although that's actually kind of working. Let's reset. Alright, so if we have it set up automatically... I mean, that does kind of look correct. We're going to try that. You know what? No, we're not. We're just going to turn off steering assist, lane assist, whatever. It's almost like I'm forgetting how to play Farming Simulator at this point because I'm just trying to get all this to run and work correctly and stuff. Because I've got all these small piles and stuff from where I missed with the... Oh, I'm not even getting it all in one run either. So yeah, we're not going to worry about lane assist. You're going to end up needing to go around again with the... It's weird that he started in the middle. Sorry, I feel like I'm being very, very jumpy with talking about things, and I don't exactly mean to. It's just noticing things here and there whenever I notice them, and I don't want to just not say something and forget about it. So I do apologize right now if you are having a hard time keeping up with things I am doing or saying. And I'm probably going to have to cut a good bit out of this video because this is already going longer than I wanted it to. Come on, get out of my way. Why are you going there? Well, I suppose because there's a lane for it and I already went over that area, but you don't know that I really went over that area or something. I don't know. It's weird that he started, like, in that spot, though. Maybe that was just kind of close to where I started him. I don't think it was, though. I don't know. I'll have to go back and figure that out. So far, it almost looks like we're not using up any twine at all. I might have to turn off shadows too, because flickering on those shadows when the wind goes by is crazy. I will say it's kind of neat that's happening, because what that's from, I believe, and I could be wrong, the wind actually is moving the leaves of the tree and maybe the bushes and stuff, and so the shadows go nuts when the wind blows because the shadows are moving with the leaves, which is a really neat and kind of immersive effect, but it's just... It looks really weird on the ground with the shadows, and some of it too is just from the rendering of stuff, because you can see stuff moving like little bits now when I'm moving around and things are rendering. Yeah, those shadows, as much as I don't want to turn off the shadows, and I'd like to have, I don't have the shadow smoothing on or anything either, I'd like to have that on, but you know, with the spikes I was getting on my recording, I just can't. All of the rendering seems so touchy and glitchy to me. I don't know, maybe it's my PC, maybe it's my settings. I'm having issues with graphics, and I really don't know if it's the game or if it's my setup. I really don't. I'm not going to blame FS25 for any of it right now, because it could be my setup. The stuttering and flickering, I will say, I think is more of some sort of issue with the game running, as opposed to just being my computer or being that I'm recording the game or whatever. I don't think that's what it is. I think there's something with the game that's causing it. Because like I've said, I have not seen these issues in other games. I've run other more modern stuff that hasn't had a problem. I mean, I've done some of the Manor Lords videos, and those were all on PC. I haven't posted any videos from it, but I've recorded gameplay from Ready or Not, and I haven't seen any issues when I did that. And all of those games I was running on max graphics, everything, and did not have a single problem. That render distance is so low. I mean, that is crazy how low the render distance is. And the fact that we're still having all these graphic issues. I mean, in all truth, I'm almost more of an FPS player than I am a sim player, and I mean, if that's how stuff was rendering in an FPS, you'd have no players. And I'm on medium graphics settings right now. I'm not on low, I'm on medium. I can run high, it's just that for whatever reason I can't seem to record and play on high. I don't know, I guess everyone that's made comments of they wanted FS25, but they're not going to buy it at launch because of the issues that other farming simulator games have had at launch, I mean, so far I'd say you guys were right. I don't like that mesh hood on here. I feel like, and I don't know, maybe that is how these look. I'm gonna have to look this tractor model up maybe. I feel like the view on it is just wrong. Like, I've seen mesh covers, mesh hoods like that before. It's that black metal mesh, and I've never seen through them quite the way you can see through this. Like, it's usually much darker, much less visible through it, and that could just be because of my graphics settings or something too, I don't know, but it's kind of annoying to me how much you're seeing through it so easily. I don't know, maybe I'm just being picky again. Just kind of trying to go around and pick up some of the stuff that I've missed while our workers still over there windrowing. It looked like there was more here to grab, but it kind of never turned up with the rendering came in, or when the rendering came in. See, I've got stuff showing that's not actually there when it renders. Not always, but you'll see it when in the distance there at the very top of the screen when it's not rendered in, and then when the rendering gets to it, it's gone some of the time. I don't like the way these windrows look. It's probably more of a personal preference, picky sort of thing, but it's so poorly detailed to me. Like, if you get really close on it, yeah, it looks like grass. If you're not this close, it looks like a pile of dirt. And the whole pointy thing looks weird. I know I saw that talked about in somebody's video, maybe one of Mr. Sealy P's videos. They're so pointy. They just look odd to me. I don't feel like trying to finish off this bale. I maybe could if I ran around and picked everything up, but that's okay. Let's unload it. Let's drop this baler off right here. And grab our bale loader. Bale wagon? Whatever you want to call it. Something looks weird with those tires too to me. And I will say I'm seeing the same thing I've seen in complaints on FS22 where it looks like your two tires are moving at two different speeds, which, I mean, to some extent they kind of would be because they're different sizes, I think. But I mean, it looks really weird some of the time here. I'm not even going to bother looking to see what I can do as far as... You know, I am going to look at... I know it's not going to let us have an AI do bale loading. Like, there's no way for them to do bale loading. Unless they figured out how to do it, because I think Courseplay you can. No, you can't select anything for either one, really. Can't even select steering assist for it. Alright. Operating position. Helps if I'm looking at the correct setup. Okay, and you're automatically running. I don't have to do anything to turn you on. Can I pick them up sideways? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's grab some bales. Fill this thing up, then see where I gotta go sell them. Come on. It almost works better if you pick them up sideways from the looks of it. Let's try and get this one on straight on and see if it picks it up correctly. No, it works better to pick them up sideways. Okay, that's just weird. Well, that one I missed, but... I can't believe that picking it up the wrong way works better than grabbing it the right way. This is why Giants need to work on their physics in-game. That time it worked. Because, like, if the bale would actually go up onto the ramp instead of being, like, essentially the way an auto-overload baler works, it's just giving you a different view of it. It'd probably work better when you're grabbing them straight on like this. Because, see, it's just not... Oh, you know what? Is it because... It might be because it's not into the correct position again yet. Maybe I have to wait until it's all the way down straight before it'll load something. Yeah, that's the problem. Alright, it's not the bale orientation. Can I grab any more? No, that's maxed. Okay. So transporting position. Now, where do we have to go to sell these? Lime station. I'm looking for orange or pink. All right, let's do this. Let's go to prices. Where's grass? Grass. There we go. Tag our animal dealer. Where is our animal dealer? Not far at all. Okay, good. Let's go sell these bales. It's nice that you get a big visual indicator like that now. I didn't really like the big blue beacon in the sky thing. I think I like that a little bit better. I wish they just gave you like a GPS route on the mini-map though. I don't know, this game... Maybe this is not fair of me, but I feel like this game just looks and feels a little bit more arcadey to me than FS22 did. Like, I've always thought that FS22 made a very good simulator. I think it was a pretty good simulator game. This feels more like an arcade game to me. I want to make sure I'm going the right way again. Alright. Like, the looks of things, the way things feel, the stupid flashing I keep getting and everything, it feels more like an arcade game. Like... I have no real immersion right now. And I'll admit some of it could be because I'm doing a video and stuff like that, but I feel like this is very, very much more arcadey. Apologize that my dogs keep barking. I don't know what they're going on about today, but they've been unhappy today. I don't know, it does have a very different feel. Alright, I had to go figure out what my dogs are up to there, so I've lost track a little bit of what I was saying, but I do feel like the game just feels way more arcadey. FS22 definitely felt more natural. More simulator-like. I mean, the trees do look a little bit more realistic. a little bit more correct. What are they saying this is? An oak. See, that's my big problem too, though, is still, I feel like that's not what I'm used to seeing as an oak tree. And, like, yes, the bark is more detailed and stuff, but I don't know, maybe it's also my video settings. It could be. That looks really crummy to me, though, the texture. I don't know, I still feel like they need to spend less time focusing on the tractors and more time focusing on the environment. I know that they focus so much on the tractors and the equipment because of the fact that they're taking money from the manufacturers to do that stuff, but I mean, they're taking money from the players to do everything. And I think they need to remember that. Alright, well, it's been a couple hours since I stopped playing before. Turns out that my dogs were going crazy because one of the neighbor's dogs got out, and I've been driving around looking for them for the past couple hours here. So this video is going to end up being out much later than I expected it to. Let me get our field finished up once I make sure I'm going the right way. And, see if I have any kind of initial thoughts on the game here. It almost looks like the stuttering might have got... Oh, there we go. If I switch back to first person, it kills it. Completely kills it. I was gonna say it looked like the stuttering had gotten better because the game's been sitting for so long, because I just paused the game and let it sit. But that's not the case at all. Alright, well, we did a baling contract here. Not contract, but we bailed up our own field. I apologize that this is such a long video. I'm going to drive around a little bit here, though, so that we can see... Just going to kind of do a loop around, see how graphics keep going here. On medium here, and I know I've mentioned this already, but the render distance is so low, it seems like. I mean, when you can see the fences rendering in and stuff that are less than like 100 meters from you. That is just crazy to me. Seem like it doesn't even... I don't know, to me at least, this doesn't even look good because of how low the quality rendering is, right? Like, things are rendered in, it's not just completely blank, but it's such low quality going for... Come on, I can't even, like, switch to take a look. It's such low quality once you go past just a little bit. It does look like first person maybe has a further render distance than third person. Maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe it's just the angle. It might just be the angle. If we zoom all the way out, I'm sure we'll see the big circle like we normally do. Yeah. But that big circle seems really small. It also seems like you can't zoom out as far as you used to be able to. in FS22. Let's see if I can get this guy to go around me, because I know in Mr. Sealy P's video, traffic was driving around slow-moving vehicles. I mean, that's the speed limit's 15 anyways, though. See, like, look at the lines showing up on that delivery van and stuff. Like, there's definitely kinks that need to be worked out. And I already know that the comments I'm going to be hearing are, the game just came out, they need to fix bugs. Bugs are expected on the first day. You know, they're working on it. But let's be honest, bugs like this are not expected on a day one release of something. Day one release games should be completely playable and should look good. And I've got all kinds of flickering and stuttering. There's people that haven't been able to play the game. I should look up. I don't know if the Epic Games issue is resolved or not yet. But that never should have been a day one issue. I don't know. From what I've seen and heard so far, and I haven't looked that much into it. I was on the FS20 or the Farming Simulator Discord earlier today, and that's about it. Like, I haven't gone searching for things. I haven't watched anyone else's videos today. I would almost, not almost, I would call this a botched release for Giants. To have this many issues on launch day, I'd say that's a botched release. And yeah, this render distance is killing me. I'm going to have to see if, even if I don't improve video quality, if I can increase render distance, because this is just... If this is the extent of how far things can render in this game for me, it's going to kill this game for me. I'm really wishing I had gotten the Xbox version to see if that works any better, and who knows, maybe I'll end up getting it, or, you know, hopefully I can get like a download link or something for it. I want to check out how the farmer's market looks in here. I know I was seeing something talking about interior graphics being off. Is that open or anything? No. I'd say all the graphics in here look the same as they look everywhere else, though. I mean, it's not terrible. The graphics are not terrible. And like I said, this is on medium. This is not high or very high or ultra or whatever the top one is. This is on medium because for whatever reason I cannot record with the game on high. Let's get that back on. Yeah, you cannot seem to drive in first person, or at least I can't seem to drive in first person. Let's keep going in first person here a little bit, see if it gets any better. Like, that shouldn't be like a shader rendering issue or anything, because it shouldn't matter if I'm in first or if I'm in third as to whether the shaders are rendered. And the game was just running for, I don't know, probably at least 2 hours with me not moving or actually just being paused in the game. Oh, and luckily my neighbor's dog was found. Everything's all good with that. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what is in store tomorrow as far as updates go and the rest of the week, but it totally looks like a botched release, and if I figure out any of my fixes for my graphical issues, I will make sure to let everyone know. So that's it so far. I'm probably going to keep playing around on FS25 tonight just to kind of get used to some of the mechanics without recording anything. If any hen has any questions, thoughts, concerns, leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic day and happy gaming.